There's something about spring that just feels lighter. The air is fresher, the days are longer, and everything feels like a new beginning. It's a season of renewal, and not just in nature, but within you. A chance to shed what no longer serves you and make space for what truly matters. Because whenever you refresh your life, inside and out, everything begins to change. If you're ready to embrace that shift, let's do this together. To me, spring feels like the real start of the year because we end the last year in winter and then start the new year in winter. So spring just feels like the actual true fresh start that we've all been craving. This is the time of year that I'm most excited, most inspired, and the most motivated to get things done and actually make things happen. Spring is my favorite season for a reset because it feels like you're just shedding the weight of winter and embracing that bright, fresh, new energy that is all around us. So today I'm going to share with you just a few simple, practical, and actionable ways that you can welcome in this new vibrant energy and actually show up as the best version of yourself this spring so that whenever summer hits, you are that girl. You are that version of you that you have dreamed of becoming. And if you love videos just like this one, all about wellness, productivity, and intentional living, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more videos just like this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into the very first way that we're going to refresh for this spring season. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to refresh our space, but we're going to do it with intention. There's a study by the University of Michigan that says a clutter-free, well-organized space can reduce stress and increase productivity by up to 30%. So a clean and calming environment can truly improve your energy levels and your mood and therefore increase your productivity, which is why it arguably is one of the most effective ways that you can refresh for the new season, and why it's personally my favorite because I'm very dictated by my environment. If there's clutter everywhere, I'm so distracted, I'm not as productive, and I'm a lot grumpier. So I can vouch for that study and say that I definitely feel way more productive and in a much better mood whenever my space is nice and clean and organized. Also, with the stress, it does save you time knowing where everything is when it's organized. So it'll also reduce stress in that way too by saving you time. Which, if you saw my last video, you will have seen that we've been dealing with a roof leak. Luckily it is fixed now, but it was in our kitchen and our bedroom, and it involved cutting the ceiling and a lot of water. It was just a whole fiasco. So luckily that is taken care of, but I kind of took that and ran with it and redid our space to just welcome in that fresh new energy. I felt like it needed it. Our space had been the same for about 4 years. I just love spring decor, and I find that that is where I find the best year-round decor for our taste. Now I know what you're thinking, and no, you do not need to break the bank for this. You can easily do this with what you already have without spending a dime. You can easily do this with the things that you already own, or even do this on a budget. That's exactly what I did. I did a little mix of things that I already had and revamping those things, and then also just found budget-friendly additions that I could make to those. One way you could do this is just by rearranging your furniture. You could move your bed to a different wall, maybe move your couch, mount your TV, which we actually did mount our TV to make our room feel even bigger, and it totally does. You can see behind me, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know this is not where the bookshelf has always been. It's been in my reading corner. We moved that to behind me on this wall just to open up our room even more and make it feel new and make it feel refreshed without actually having to go buy another bookshelf, because bookshelves are pretty pricey nowadays, especially for the ones that we were looking at. So moving it and relocating it to this wall made it feel fresh and new without spending a dollar. We also took our dresser that was under our TV and we moved it into our closet, which luckily we do have a walk-in closet. If you don't have to move your dresser, but I will say I have enjoyed having it in the closet because it just, again, freed up a lot of space in our bedroom. One of my absolute favorite ways to upgrade your space on a budget is by getting pillow covers. Our pillows they've been through it, they're a few years old, and I did not want to go buy 10 new pillows, 8 new pillows, however many it was. I was not gonna spend $25 per pillow. That's ridiculous because the pillows themselves were fine. They just needed a little facelift. So I went on over to Amazon and they actually have sets of pillow covers that you can get, and you can get a set of pillow covers for the price of what one new pillow would be. So you can easily return them too if the colors don't match, which I did have to do that once or twice, but that's okay. We eventually got what we needed, but it's definitely something I would consider instead of buying a whole bunch of new pillows, where if you do have some throw pillows but you want them to look a little bit different, then just go look at some pillow covers because they're affordable and they do make such a big difference in elevating your space, your bed, your couch, wherever you have them, a chair. They make a huge difference, and there's a ton of great options on Amazon or other places too, like Etsy. I don't know if you can hear it, but Katie is actually taking a nap and she's snoring, and I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but it is so cute. So if you hear a little snoozing in the background, that's what that is. They're all taking a nap right now, which is a rare event. Something else affordable you can do that I love doing, and I'm sure you've seen me do it per season if you've seen my other videos, but just switching out the prints in your frames. I love doing this with the seasons, but we'd had this same beach picture above our desk for a while, so I found this other one on Etsy, and I can link it below if you want to grab it as well. It's a beautiful picture. I highly recommend, if you want it to be darker, to edit it to where it's a little bit darker, because it does print a little light. But changing the prints in your frames is such an affordable way to, again, change a space without breaking the bank. So if you go to, like, for me, I do Walgreens or CVS because they usually have a discount code in there somewhere. It's usually 40 to 50% off of prints. That's just another really practical and affordable way where if you want to change a picture frame you have or just change a space, add a little something to a space by getting an affordable frame from Target or Amazon or Walmart, and then just getting a little picture printed. It's a really great way that you can do that. Also, with the spring season, I love color and I love just adding life to our home. And I do have some kitties, so I cannot have a lot of real plants because they are troublemakers, and we'll get into them. So I do have some fake plants, but I found some really great ones from Target, and also Amazon has some as well. Another one of my favorite places to get fake plants is Hobby Lobby because they'll run discounts on them sometimes. But the ones by Magnolia and Studio McGee at Target are really nice. You could get real plants. I know Trader Joe's has some that are good priced. Again, just a really fun way to add life and color and just really embrace spring, because that's kind of what you think of when you think about spring. You could even get some washi tape, and yes, I said tape, to redecorate something in your home. So for example, we found this wooden patterned washi tape on Amazon. It was $13 a roll, and we actually redid our border on our bathroom mirror. So it was like this gray dull frame before, and we washi taped it to look like a wooden frame to really tie in the coastal vibe that we have in our bathroom and just to warm it up. I can link the washi tape that we used down below, but it truly made such a difference. I will say, if you're going to do this, I would put painter's tape underneath it just so that whenever you do peel off the tape at any point, it's not going to mess up the borders on the mirror. So yeah, it's a really great way to completely change your space. This was probably one of the most dramatic changes that we made in our little spring refresh. And then we also did it to our TV to make it look like a frame TV. So with it being mounted, we wanted it to actually look like a decor piece. But obviously frame TVs are pretty pricey. They're beautiful and they're worth it, but I'm not doing that right now, guys. We're doing this on a budget. And I wanted the same look. So we took that tape and did it around the edges of our TV, and I think it came out really great and gives that same effect. It almost ties in our whole decor more because it doesn't look like just a big black rectangle hanging on the wall. It just makes it look like it's a part of the decor, and again, makes it look more intentional. When I say with intention, I mean, how can you redesign your space or refresh your space in a way where it feels like it is embodying that fresh, vibrant, new energy of spring, but it's also going to help you on a day-to-day basis whether it's giving you inspiration or making a task easier for you. For example, with my reading corner, we actually revamped it and got this beautiful chair that I found on Amazon. I can link it below as well, but it just completely gave the reading corner an elegance, and it elevated it from what we had before, because it was just like a beanbag chair, which I love and I still have, but I wanted something just a little bit different. So having that chair, I have a little table next to it, and I have my 5-minute journal right there. So it goes with the decor of the reading corner, but it's also very functional because all I have to do is go sit in that chair, and my journal is one of my habits I do every day. It makes it so easy because I'm always looking at it, I always see it, and all I have to do is go sit in my chair, grab my little journal that's already there with my pen, and get to writing. So think about ways where you can make that easy for you whenever you're doing this, whether it's making a space designated where you can roll out your mat to stretch or work out, making it where you can easily go sit down and read if you want to read every day. Like, just what can you do to make it feel fresh and intentional? That way it actually supports your good habits and just makes it easier to do every single day. Next thing I love to do around this time to refresh for spring, and that is to declutter my space. And I started doing this not my last video, but the video before, with underneath our bathroom sink and our drawers, and it just makes you feel so good. A messy space equals messy energy, and that is not what we're here to do this spring. Physical clutter isn't just stuff, it's stagnant energy, and it affects your mood, it affects your productivity, your focus, and your motivation. So we've got to really clear out that old stagnant energy. Just look around and just see what feels heavy, what feels cluttered. And yes, I know we are all on our own schedules, and I know that the idea of maybe spring cleaning your entire home is very overwhelming and very daunting, but you don't have to take on all of that. You can start very small. Just start with one area at a time. Your closet, your desk, your bathroom, your nightstand, wherever it is you feel like you need that declutter. Just set your 20-minute timer, put on a playlist, a podcast, whatever you want to listen to, and just focus on that one specific area and let go of whatever is not serving you, and get rid of that clutter so you can actually feel that new energy coming in. And then after that, just pick a spot every single day and clear out everything that's not serving you. When I did this to our bathroom, it felt so good, and I kept actually finding things I didn't realize I had. I had like 3 packs of my cotton pads. I found 2 more eyebrow pencils that hadn't even been opened yet. I had no idea I even had these things. I think I even found a dry shampoo. And they just get buried because I just toss things in there, and I had so many open bottles and just a lot of things I didn't need, and then things I didn't even know I had. So it definitely is worth it to take the time to declutter. My nightstand is also something that gets very cluttered very frequently, but we recently upgraded our nightstands from these smaller white ones to these beautiful coastal bigger nightstands. And whenever I was switching over the stuff from my old one to the new one, I think I threw out like 95% of what was in the old one. And now it just feels lighter and it feels more functional. And it just makes me more excited every day, and just walking into my room knowing that it's not cluttered and knowing those drawers are set with intention to be as functional as they possibly can be is just such a great feeling. Doing these small little resets and declutters are going to give you momentum, and you're gonna want to keep going because your environment is a reflection of your mindset. At least that's what happens for me. What's going on around me is reflecting what's going on in here. So a clear space is going to equal a clear mind. Another way we can refresh the spring is to create rituals that are going to energize you daily. Your daily rituals are the foundation of your well-being, and spring is the perfect time to refresh them. Now that the days are longer and sunnier, it is so much easier to build habits that actually make you excited and energized to wake up in the morning. So think about things that light you up. Is it going for a morning walk? Is it journaling while you're sitting in the sun? Is it making a smoothie with seasonal fruits like pineapple and mango and peaches? For me, it's leaning into the season with my reading list. So I'll pick like a fiction book that takes place in the springtime, and then I'll also have a nonfiction book that gets me really pumped and really motivated. The two that I'm reading right now and going back and forth between are Biohack Like a Woman by Aggie Lau, and then also this book by Amanda Francis. Those two books get me so pumped. Aggie gets me going with eating healthy because she's a female biohacker. So obviously it just feels like a light coastal vibe, just where you want to be in shape and feel really, really good. That's the energy I get from her. And those are the kind of nonfiction books I like to read during this time of year. And then Amanda gets me pumped for my financial goals. And again, I get the same vibes off of her. So I just love these two girls. And let's be real, self-care just hits different in the springtime. With more sunshine, there's just naturally more plans and being more out and about this time of year. So you just really want to look and feel your best. So maybe it's time to dial in your skincare routine, your self-tanning routine, or maybe your hair care routine, or maybe a new workout routine even. Because taking care of yourself in these small ways isn't just about looking good, it actually makes you feel good. Therefore, you radiate high energy, and that's what you're going to get back, which is exactly what we are emanating this spring. We are giving all of the fresh, energized, and confident vibes, and that is what a good self-care routine is going to make you feel and attract. So we really want to dial those in, and who doesn't want to take some time for their self-care? I always feel so much better whenever I do, and this is one of my favorite times of the year to do so, because I feel like sometimes it can fall on the back burner during the winter. It's cold, it's gloomy, and the last thing we want to do is put on self-tanner or paint our nails or anything, because we're like, no one's going to see it anyway. But with this time of the year, we are out about, the sun is shining. It's just time to radiate that happiness and that confidence. Another way to refresh your energy for spring is to set new intentions and goals. When I think of spring, I think of life just coming back into things and new inspirations, and of course that's going to lead to new intentions and new goals. Really think what it is you want out of this season. What is it that is going to make you feel like you made the most out of the spring? Maybe even take a few minutes with your journal, grab your favorite beverage, and just sit in the sunshine and let the inspiration flow and just see what comes to you and see what it is that you want to make sure that you accomplish in this season. Maybe ask yourself, what do you want more of in spring? Do you want more time outside? Do you want to work out more? Whatever it is, get very specific about it and how you can bring that into your life. What do you need to let go of? Maybe this is a bad habit, horrible self-talk, or maybe even just a pile of clutter that has been driving you crazy, but you haven't made the time to go attend to it. You have to let go of these things to actually make room for the new. What is one simple thing you can do every single day to get you closer to your goals? And this doesn't have to be something big or outrageous. It could be going for a walk every day, or reading for 10 minutes daily, or making sure you're drinking enough water. Something simple that you know, if you show up and do this thing every day, especially within the spring, that by the time summer comes, you will be close to your goals, if not hitting your goals, and be an even better version of yourself. And even if you're not a huge journal person, I highly suggest writing it down because it gives it so much more power and it makes it so much more real. Plus, it just gives you something to keep looking back to and helps keep you focused. By doing this, it's really going to help make sure you are staying present in the season, because spring it honestly feels quite short to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like it is a season that easily blends into summer and it doesn't have its full moment. So whenever you are setting these intentions and setting these goals, you're really making sure you are present in the spring and not come June, July looking around like, oh my gosh, spring is gone, I don't feel like I did anything. Along with your intentions and goals, you want to make a spring bucket list. It's so easy to get so wrapped up in the chaos and the routine of the day-to-day, but if you're able to make this bucket list of things you want to make sure that you do to enjoy spring, it's going to actually make you more present, just like setting your goals and intentions. and makes sure you're embracing the fun of the season and you're not just letting it go by. You can get super creative with this. You can make it on Canva, you can handwrite it and decorate it, whatever it is you want to do, but just really think about the things that you want to do, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be going for a picnic, it could be going to a local festival, it could be getting a plant, having a movie night with your friends, watching beautiful spring movies, or just something that it is you want to do that makes you feel like you're fully enjoying spring for what it is. Those are the things you want to put on there. You just want to make it fun and inspiring so that you can soak in everything that spring has to offer. So those are some very simple and actionable ways that you can reset for spring so you can actually come into the season with fresh energy. I really hope you found some inspiration and some fun ideas that you can do to welcome in this new beautiful time of the year. I love spring. Again, just the colors, the birds singing, the flowers blooming, and the sunnier, longer days just fuel my soul so much, and I hope that you feel the same way. If you did get some ideas or some inspiration, make sure to click the like button and subscribe down below so that I know you actually enjoyed the video and it really helped you out. It just really helps me know that these videos actually make a difference for you. So again, I hope you enjoyed, and I am so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to catch you in the next video. Bye.